Get ready to embark on a journey to explore one of the most intriguing and hidden texts of ancient history. The mysterious Book of Giants, forgotten for centuries and rediscovered only through the Dead Sea Scrolls. This impressive apocryphal text unveils a rich and surprising narrative about the Nephilim, a race of giants born from the forbidden union between celestial beings and human women. What secrets did these ancient creatures hide? What prophetic visions haunted these hybrid beings, destined to face divine judgment? And why did religious authorities consider the contents of this book so dangerous that they chose to exclude it from the Bible? Get ready, because we are about to dive deep into this mystery. Leave a like and subscribe to the channel, because what you are about to discover may transform your understanding of traditional biblical events. What is the Book of Giants? The Book of Giants is an apocryphal and extra-biblical work found among the famous Dead Sea Scrolls, a vast collection of ancient texts dating from the 3rd century BCE to the 1st century CE. The book presents fascinating stories that expand and complement the events briefly mentioned in the Book of Genesis. Specifically about the Nephilim, described as giants or fallen one. Unlike the canonical books of the Bible, the Book of Giants offers an in-depth narrative about the origin, fall, and fate of these beings, highlighting the role of the Watchers, rebellious angels who descended to earth and violated divine law. These Watchers are portrayed as angels tasked with observing humanity, but they ended up corrupting themselves by being seduced by carnal desire. The text tells us how the Watchers made a pact among themselves, led by Semjaza, to descend to earth and engage with human women, giving rise to the Nephilim, creatures of colossal stature, immense strength, and destructive behavior. The narrative is complex, filled with mythological elements, prophetic symbolism, and apocalyptic descriptions. It is believed that the Book of Giants emerged as an attempt to explain the corruption and moral decay of humanity before the flood, using the figure of these giants as an allegory for spiritual degradation. The text reveals dialogues between the Nephilim, showing fear and regret, aware of the judgment that awaited them. Despite its popularity among ancient Jewish communities, such as the Essenes, the text was never accepted as part of the sacred scriptures, being considered dangerous and potentially subversive by religious authorities. The rediscovery of the Dead Sea Scrolls, a milestone in archaeology. The Dead Sea Scrolls were discovered by chance in 1947, when a young Bedouin shepherd threw a stone into a cave and heard the sound of breaking pottery. Upon exploring the cave, he found jars containing ancient scrolls, marking the beginning of one of the greatest archaeological discoveries of the 20th century. In the following years, excavations revealed dozens of caves on the rocky slopes of Qumran, containing about 900 manuscripts, many of them fragmented and in languages such as Hebrew, Aramaic, and Greek. The manuscripts include copies of biblical texts, commentaries on scriptures, rules of religious communities, and a series of apocryphal works, including the Book of Enoch, the Book of Jubilees, and the Book of Giant Zion. The latter, found in fragments written in Aramaic, presents a unique narrative about the fall of the angels and the origin of the Nephilim, offering details not found in the canonical scripture. The rediscovery of these texts was revolutionary, bringing new perspectives on the beliefs and practices of ancient Jewish communities, especially the Essenes, who seem to have a particular interest in apocalyptic and mystical themes. The fragments of the Book of Giants reveal a direct connection with the Book of Enoch, suggesting that these texts were part of a literary tradition exploring the story of the Watchers and the giants. The popularity of these writings among the Essenes indicates their spiritual significance and the importance these themes held in shaping the religious thought of the time. Who were the Nephilim? Their origin and interpretation. The Nephilim are mentioned briefly and enigmatically in chapter 6 of the Book of Genesis, where they are described as the offspring of the sons of God and the daughters of men. The word Nephilim derives from Hebrew and is associated with the verb naphal, meaning to fall, suggesting that these beings were seen as the fallen one. Jewish and apocryphal traditions describe them as hybrids, descendants of rebellious angels and humans, endowed with superhuman traits. The origin of the Nephilim is directly connected to the Watchers, a group of angels who, according to the Book of Enoch, violated divine orders by becoming involved with human women. Led by figures such as Semyaza and Azal, these angels descended to earth, driven by desire and arrogance, giving rise to a race of powerful and corrupt giant giants. Thus, the Nephilim symbolize the spiritual decline that overtook pre-flood civilization and are often associated with the cause of the flood, sent by God as an act of purification. The impact of these beings on Jewish culture is evident in passages like Numbers 13, where spies sent by Moses report seeing giants in the land of Canaan, suggesting that the tradition of the Nephilim persisted and influenced the folklore and mythology of the Israelite tribes. Different rabbinical interpretations emerged over the centuries, with some schools of thought considering the Nephilim as literal giants, while others view them as a metaphor for tyrannical and oppressive leaders who defied divine order. The prophetic dreams of the giants, a glimpse into their harsh fate. In the Book of Giants, prophetic dreams play a central role, revealing the tragedy that would befall the Nephilim. Ohia and Mahweh, two of the giants, begin to experience disturbing visions that foreshadow the imminent destruction of their race. In one of Mahweh's dreams, he sees the earth being covered by relentless waters, a clear reference to the coming flood. These visions, laden with symbolism, are interpreted as a divine warning that judgment was near and that there would be no escape. Terrified by their visions, the giants decide to seek out the prophet Enoch, believing he could intercede with God, or at least explain the meaning of the dreams that tormented them. Enoch, known for his wisdom and closeness to the divine, delivers a clear and stern message. The giant's fate was sealed, and judgment was inevitable. Enoch's interpretation of the dreams reinforces the apocalyptic and tragic tone of the text, showing that despite their immense strength, the Nephilim could not escape divine justice. The lasting impact of the Book of Giants on tradition and popular culture. Although the Book of Giants was excluded from the official canon, it left an indelible mark on Judeo-Christian tradition and influenced various cultural spheres, from medieval literature to contemporary art. Esoteric and mystical movements, such as Gnosticism and Kabbalah, reinterpreted these stories, associating the Nephilim with archetypes of hidden knowledge and forbidden revelation. In the Middle Ages, Kabbalistic works like the Zohar explored the fall of the angels and the birth of the giants as symbols of the spiritual battle between light and darkness. In modern times, the impact of the Book of Giants is reflected in literature, film, and pop culture. Works like The Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare and films like Noah by Darren Aronofsky reintroduce elements of apocryphal stories, renewing interest in these mystical themes. Video games, TV series, and comics also draw on the figures of the Nephilim and the Watchers, showing how these narratives continue to captivate popular imagination. Today we have explored one of the most enigmatic texts of ancient history, uncovering hidden secrets of the Nephilim and the fall of the angels, narratives that challenge conventional explanations of Scripture. If you were fascinated by this journey through time and want to continue exploring these mysteries, leave a like and subscribe to the channel. In upcoming videos, we will dive even deeper into apocryphal texts and themes that challenge our understanding of the supernatural. See you soon.